had asked...
What should I do now? If only CYNO was still around.
Excuse me?
Oh, I appreciate the concern, but who are you? Ah, friends of CYNO! My name is Nabil. I'm a Matra in the academia.
Huh? You mean the academia is short on Matra right now?
Well, not exactly. I suppose the main problem is that the case suddenly came up after General Mahamatra CYNO left to go. Given the large scope of the issue, if you two have some time, would you lend us your strength?
Alright, since you asked so nicely, we'll help.
Yes, large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. According to our current leads, it's highly likely that there are dealers selling canned knowledge.
You can count on us! Let's go!
How's the case coming?
Well met.
It's CYNO!
It's you two. I'm currently in the middle of an investigation here. There's been a recent case of canned knowledge smuggling.
Hey, what do you know?
I see. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold.
Whoa. That sounds pretty complicated. Alright, let's go round up those bad guys!
No one escapes my sight!
Cool it! Water jet! Freeze! Don't push your... this all you got?
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it.
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand.
What does the academia think they're doing? I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff.
150K. Show us the Mora.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
It's Cyno!
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
But don't forget the Mora!
Dun dun! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon on the case!
What is this? He's got backup now? I don't like the looks of this.
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway.
Huh? Did they really just give up like that?
Just like the others I've caught. They're not deep in the circle, just... All right. I have one question.
The pickup location is different every time.
And when is the next batch coming?
He's telling the truth. Honest. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. I suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. When you were trying to escape...
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. But here we are.
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning. These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. If only we had another lead.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like Duro?
Do you have a...
Whoop!
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous suspect.
Oh! Sounds like we shouldn't ever let...
I see. Anyway, if you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again.
Okay, I got it.
Hey! What's with the ad?
What, you got a problem with that too? Think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient...
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again... All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Ha! You think you can scare me?
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? If Paimon remembers correctly... I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention. No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as... sounds like we came all this way for nothing. Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon.
Hey, you just want to make more business for...
Don't underestimate its value. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru,
Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge?
being able to gain complex knowledge, but everything in the world. Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel it?
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, but it's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge. As far as I know,
The Court of Desolation?
rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Deshret. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target, because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location. As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? I've got it. What? No need to worry, little. All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once I'm sure the former General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. Oh,
We'd better get going.
by the way, it would be quite a tricky task to get all the canned knowledge off the market.
Huh?
Because in the short run, whoever's behind the smuggling gets a chance to study the Court of Desolation. So, you see? As for the long-term consequences that lie ahead, you've got quite the challenge ahead of you.
Oh, again? CYNO! We got news for you. They're hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel, but is it reliable?
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains treasures from the time of King Deshret.
Partially. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering. However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, less in recent years. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see death is often the greatest grievance for many people. That's why some continue to research it. Do you know where the auction is taking place? Good.
Huh?
That's right. Let's begin to leave town and don't worry.
That's CYNO for ya.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would... That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you... you must be CYNO. And as for you two, why bother sticking your nose...
That's right!
Ha! Have you really thought it through? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long... On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit.
Is that so?
Sorry, no can do.
Surrender! That's close
Try
enough.
not to enjoy.
Nowhere to run! Surrender!
Oh, so sorry.
I'll take you. You are not welcome here today. Wipe out! Nowhere to run!
Your sins weigh upon your soul!
Guilty!
Your penance?
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, CYNO. Let's get at it!
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. You should be careful from now on.
Wait, hold on!
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time. Yes. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. My superior was injured while protecting me.
Whoa!
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover. His name is Taj Radkani. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert.
Good. And once this is all over...
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off on.
We still have a long way to go. Of course. But I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Care to share any tips?
Just try to stay focused. Take one step after another.
Okay. Just look around. It's...
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Let it rain.
Dodge this!
Water jet!
Freeze!
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see.
This place is super dangerous.
Something's not right. Stay still. Here's the answer.
Huh?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar, but this device wasn't licensed for mass production.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed!
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with them. It was a frantic fight.
Well, good thing...
No, let's keep heading to the auction.
frozen in time.
Cool it!
Weird. Is this where the action is? Yeah. No.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. But even so,
Aw, what should we do now?
we searched the area.
All right, let's take a good look around the area.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules but don't worry. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings.
Hope! Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes, and don't worry. There's no time to lose. There's no time to lose.
Ugh, so tired. Ugh, yay. It's probably about time for us to head back to the auction. Let's go. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't you?
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. He is not the primary instigator.
Yes, impressive.
Huh? Greedy?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods, and since all the goods were just left here unsupervised...
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct?
No, I'll talk. But before that, If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you.
All right.
How about my home in Aru Village?
Fine.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us.
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under CYNO'S watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Dad, you're back. Oh, we have guests?
This is my daughter, Seeming. Why don't you run along now, dear?
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows CYNO in our business.
Paimon is Paimon.
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see CYNO, the lone operator, working with any partners. But even though you caught me,
Why is that?
everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits, everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we. And even if you manage to win in the end,
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Don't mention it. And I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits?
Actually, my daughter was born with a chronic disease. That's why she never really had any friends to play with. As for me, I was just an average merchant until one day.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. There are many others like me. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, CYNO.
Oh no. That means that if we...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child.
I somehow knew you would say that. You'll find some goods I received just recently.
Whoa.
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods.
Huh? Look!
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. The pieces have now all fallen into place. No wonder. Could I ask you for a favor, Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, if we can enter the repository, but... Considering my current status, you'll need to be the one who checks the records.
Sure thing!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari.
If you start sniffing around the academia, and once word gets out...
Don't worry. But if you still feel uneasy, then why don't you tell me about anyone else you know who is involved?
Hello, we meet again. How's the investigation going? Oh, so you were able to find CYNO after all. I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious.
It's alright.
I can tell that he really trusts you. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. That's right. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information... Follow me.
The restricted repository.
Okay, I understand. Since CYNO is vouching for you, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. Even though he's no longer in the academia, the files are over there. Just make it quick. We have an alarm set behind the bookshelf for security purposes.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you... Huh. It reminds Paimon of CYNO'S former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Rodkani. But you're not far off.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year. He used to be CYNO'S only partner.
Ah, right. I heard CYNO mention that before. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face.
I had no idea that happened.
That's awful.
Wait, don't tell me you're possible. But this is Taj we're talking about.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately.
But even
according to the legends, the treasures in... Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like... Do you have any questions?
Paimon's kinda confused.
Oh, now that I think about it, there's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Don't worry, Taj.
Alrighty then,
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods?
Huh. Well, yes, but the academia consumes so many resources each day.
right, but we're looking for shipments.
That I'm not too sure of.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipment?
Huh?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing unusual has happened.
Well, I can't say it's unusual. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. But he's been making a lot of shipments lately.
And you didn't find that suspicious?
Well, the boxes were stamped with the Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally.
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday. Before I realized it, the door opened and Taj left with the group of them. But Taj didn't come to work today, so...
A group of Eremites? Could Taj really be the one making...
No way. Taj is just like Cyno. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and...
So, this is Taj's place.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil.
Yes, this is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. The whole operation involves more than 300 people. I have a feeling that Cyno might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right. As for the map, it appears to... If Taj really had... I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
All right, we'll give these to Cyno and see.
I don't want to suspect him.
Well, Cyno?
Taj. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny the possibility that people, whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons, we have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, that's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Let's spark things up.
Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find. Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful. No escape!
Water jet!
A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us. This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Nowhere to run! Go! Well, your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Taj.
Ah, Cyno. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected.
That's right. This case is nearly closed. Was it all your doing?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later. When you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I was completely dedicated to all that I did. Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son, I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation.
So, did you already find what you needed here?
See this door behind me? I'm so close, Cyno. If only—
Enough conjecture. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing but myths and legend.
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me— Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles—
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine!
Wipe out!
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. This is only a taste of it.
Uh-oh. We have to stop this guy!
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop.
I'll do what I have to.
I still remember when we first became partners. Even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose. All of this was just part of the act you were— I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed—
Huh?
He never planned on opening the door.
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Murtada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some terrible nightmare. That is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together. People from every walk of life are involved.
No wonder banning the research wasn't enough.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else. I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that once drove people to tragedy. As long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Murtada did. Generation after generation. Regardless, let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed. That's right. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the academia.
So, you
Yes, anyway. This place is collapsing.
Wait! Aren't you leaving too?
His fate is already sealed. There is no life left inside him. You planned it all from the very beginning, didn't you? Risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them.
I was always so busy with work that I never... Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you.
There's nothing to be sorry for. If you see Mortada, send him my greetings.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
All right, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
The Court of Desolation?
Just as Taj said, being buried in quicksand is its rightful end. To them, as long as there's more to be made, their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you, but you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. So?
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you?
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. The last few days have been quite the ride, but at first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the academia.
And? Then?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured all across Sumeru. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border.
So that's the end of it. Catching everyone on the list means no more smuggling canned knowledge and no more victims. It was a lot of work.
That's right. As for the mysterious person who hit the mercenary, speaking of which, have you been in touch with CYNO these days? He was walking with someone I didn't recognize.
Sure thing, Nabil.
Don't worry about me.
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. After Mortada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect.
Cyno! Tighnari! Oh, so Tighnari must be who Nabil saw earlier!
That's right. Cyno asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. And Cyno, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. Her condition seems to be improving lately, so I plan on having her go outside more.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving Avidia Forest?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case. So, I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidia Forest.
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case.
But what about you, Cyno?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. I just hope my own change will come slowly. That way, just as I gained courage from my own superiors and my partner. I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with... There are many things I feel better about. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. By the way, a merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of a desert travel kit. I didn't remember owing anyone Mora. Do you know anything about this?